Right, so there's been some Stargate news. Let's not hang about, let's get into it. Right, so we got this article from Variety. Stargate TV series from Martin Giro not moving forward at Amazon exclusive. So, as you guys are probably already aware, they've had a Stargate project in development. There were rumours that the original cast were coming back, or at least some of them. But recently, it's been announced that they've now cancelled it. Now, this article is going to go into why they've cancelled it, and I'm sure when you guys hear what they've got to say, you're probably going to disagree, especially if you're a Stargate fan. But anyway, let's get into it. The new Stargate TV series has been axed at Amazon, Variety has learned exclusively. The show was first announced with a series order in November 2025. It hailed from writer, executive producer and showrunner Martin Giro, who was a writer on Stargate SG-1 and Stargate Atlantis early in his career, which I'm sure you guys probably all agree with me. This is the guy that we wanted doing this because he had a pedigree for the original series and Atlantis. According to an individual with knowledge of the situation, Amazon execs were concerned that Giro's take on the series would not have broad appeal beyond the franchise's already dedicated fan base. Now, this is a bit that I've got an issue with here. Would not have a broad appeal beyond the franchise's already dedicated fan base. Well, I mean, Stargate was quite some time ago. So a lot of youngsters probably aren't aware of it. And if they are, they've probably got a very loose connection to it. So who else would you be aiming this at than the original fans, right? So that's an interesting statement in itself. And what a lot of these franchises don't realise is that if you hook the original fans, quite often you will get a new generation through that. For example, mums and dads that enjoyed watching this are more likely to introduce the new one to their kids. And there you get a new fan base. But for some reason, Hollywood and the likes don't seem to be able to understand this. It's quite simple. It was first reported back in 2022 that Amazon was looking to develop new projects in the Stargate universe, following the company's acquisition of Stargate producer MGM Studios. Although Giro's series will not proceed, Amazon is still exploring new ways to further the franchise. I don't like the sound of that, I've got to be honest. Like, you're going to get rid of the guy that knows Stargate, but you're still looking to go forwards with it? That doesn't sound good. Sounds like a lot of the rubbish that we've been getting for the last few years, don't it? Giro remains under an overall deal at Amazon MGM Studios and will continue to develop projects going forwards. Yeah, but probably not Stargate, right? No plot details were ever released for Giro's take on the show. Along with Giro, executive producers also include Joby Harold and Tori Tunnell for Safe House Pictures, as well as Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich, who co-wrote the original film, which Emmerich directed. Brad Wright and Joe Malozzi, long-time creative leaders within the Stargate universe, served as consulting producers. See, this would have been perfect. You had all these guys that all know Stargate working on this project. I don't understand why this has been cancelled. It makes no sense. Unless, of course, he wasn't doing what they wanted him to do, which was probably bung a load of messaging in there that no one really wants. Stargate originally launched as a 1994 movie starring James Spader and Kurt Russell. The film was followed by the hit series Stargate SG-1, which aired for 10 seasons and starred Richard Dean Anderson, who, I might add, was meant to be coming back out of retirement for this, Michael Shanks, Amanda Tapping and Christopher Judge, among others. The spin-off Stargate Atlantis then aired for 5 more seasons between 2004 and 2008. There have also been 2 direct-to-video Stargate movies, yep, they have, and 3 other TV shows, with the most recent being Stargate Origins in 2018. Gotta be honest, I haven't watched that one. I've watched all the others, but I haven't watched that. And there we are, we're at the end of the article. So, what are we getting from this article? Like I say, what I'm getting from this is that for some reason they wanted to do what they always spout about these franchises that they're continuing, oh, we want to make it for the modern audience, which doesn't exist. There isn't a modern audience. And I really don't understand this whole part down here when it says that it wouldn't have got any more fans to the franchise other than the original dedicated fan base. Who else should you be making this for? Stargate ended a long time ago. The only people that know what Stargate is are the original fan base. And like I said, Hollywood doesn't seem to understand that if you capture the original fan base, in turn you will get a new audience from that because they will introduce their children to it. I don't understand why these morons can't get this straight. It's really not hard to figure out. But anyway, guys, that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. It's a shame. I was really looking forward to this because for once this wasn't going to be a reboot. It was going to be a extension, a sequel, which is what everybody wanted. We don't want reboots. We want a continuation of the story. It was looking like that was what we was going to get. So I'm really disappointed here. But anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video and I'll catch you on the next one.